There's someone else living inside my body. This will be tricky to explain. Around 3 years ago, as I was getting ready to go to one of my classes, looked into the mirror to make sure I looked presentable. I stared into my face and felt frozen in place. I couldn't look away for the life of me, and after what I'd say were 15 whole minutes of just looking into my face, I began moving against my will. At first, I just started making faces, like opening my mouth all the way and tilting my head, and then my body started moving even though all my limbs felt numb. I realized that my vision was getting progressively blurrier and I began hearing things as if I were underwater. I don't recall much of that day, as I spent the entire day being stuck in that weird place. All I remember was feeling the outside wind hit my body and hearing myself talking to someone. Ever since that happened, it's been happening more and more often. Staring into the mirror usually triggers a switch, that's what I call it, though I doubt it's anything DID related. Even just looking at photos or videos of myself causes it as well. Only recently has this other version of me that controls me during these episodes started talking to me. It started out as them comforting me during depressive episodes and guiding me through my social anxiety. I've noticed they tend to speak to me more often when I'm drawing, painting. I didn't know how I felt about this new voice. I knew it wasn't mine. They sounded so much different than my own inner voice. Whenever they talked, I got caught off guard. I knew it wasn't me. I knew I couldn't tell anyone about this, and I still haven't said a thing to anyone, I guess not until now, because even now typing it out, it's so hard to properly explain this. I don't even know what they are, not their gender or their name. All I know is the way they speak inside my head and how they sound. I only know they are the person that controls me during my derealization episodes, because they've asked me if I could stare into the mirror for them multiple times, wanting to cause this switch. This has been happening since the beginning of the year and has gotten worse in the sense that this person has been speaking more often, almost daily. I cannot tell anyone about this, not anyone that can do anything about it, or at least I've written down all these thoughts and kept notes on what this voice says, and I sound insane even to myself reading back on it. I don't hate this voice. I honestly don't want to get rid of it, as it's not really impacting me in any negative way, but it's still very odd and I have no idea what or why this is happening.
Here are the top comments, plus Opie's reply.
This gave me chills, but also the mental health professional in me needs more details. What do they seem to want, or what types of things do they say? If you're comfortable sharing.
OP replied,
They don't ask for me to do much. The only thing I've heard them want is to look into the mirror and get lost in my reflection, or make subtle changes to my drawings. For what they say, it depends on the situation or how stressed I am.
You seriously need to speak to a mental health professional as well as a doctor. What you're describing is disassociation and potentially early stages of schizophrenia, and it can become very dangerous if it becomes severe.
I am a nurse working in mental health, and I am a mother of an adult child with schizophrenia. Your experience reads like what my son went through, very, very similar. It can get worse, but there are excellent treatments for it. Please seek professional help now. The longer you wait, the more difficult it can become to both treat and accept treatment. You seem to be very aware of your symptoms, and keeping that written log will be quite informative to any provider treating you.